Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the MA English Cafe. Today, we're tackling a question that I think sparks a lot of debate. Is reading dead? And by that, we mean, is the traditional physical book losing its place to ebooks and audiobooks? Ben, as someone who I know leans heavily towards the digital side, what's your take?
Hello there, everyone. Jenny, is reading dead is quite a dramatic question. I'd say reading is absolutely not dead. It's just evolving. For me, personally, if it weren't for ebooks and audiobooks, I probably wouldn't be reading much at all. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not a big reader in the traditional sense, but these formats make it so much less of a chore. They remove a lot of the friction.
Friction? What friction? There is nothing more natural than picking up a physical book. The feel of the paper, the smell of the pages, the weight in your hands. It's an experience. It's about the atmosphere. I love curling up in the morning with a cup of coffee and a physical book. Or in the winter with a warm drink and some gentle music, diving into a novel. It's an escape.
See, that's where we differ. For me, that atmosphere often comes with a bit of a headache, literally. My number one, and I know this sounds funny, but it's real, I hate wearing my reading glasses. And when I read a physical book at night, I need a light on, which inevitably annoys anyone else in the room. With an ebook on a tablet or a phone, I can adjust the font size, use dark mode, and read without glasses in total darkness. It's pure liberation. No squinting, no disturbing anyone. It just makes reading effortless, and that makes me want to read.
So your main argument for digital reading is avoiding your glasses and not bothering anyone with a bedside lamp. That's quite a reason, Ben. But isn't there something about the tangibility of a physical book? Highlighting passages, folding down corners, seeing how much you've read by the thickness of the pages on one side. It's a journey you can physically track.
I get the sentimentality, I really do. But for me, the content is king. If the story or information is good, I don't care if it's on paper or a screen. And digital formats offer incredible convenience. I can carry hundreds of books on one device. If I finish one, I can start another instantly. No trips to the bookstore or library, no waiting for deliveries. It's perfect for travel too. My bag is always light.
That convenience is undeniable. I'll give you that. And for some types of reading, like textbooks or research papers, I can see the appeal of search functions and quick referencing on an e-reader. But for pleasure reading, for truly getting lost in a story, the digital screen just doesn't compare. It feels cold, impersonal, and you can get distracted so easily with notifications popping up.
That's about discipline, not the format. If you're enjoying our friendly debate and learning some new English vocabulary, please like this video. Every like helps us reach more people who want to improve their English.
Speaking of different formats, let's talk about audiobooks, Jenny. This is where I truly believe the game has changed for people like me. I can read while I'm driving, cooking, walking, or even doing chores. It's multitasking for the mind.
Audiobooks. I have to admit, I've warmed up to them for specific situations. For nonfiction, like learning something new, they're fantastic when I'm on the go. It feels very productive. But for a fictional story, I sometimes find my mind wandering. I miss out on details because I'm not physically seeing the words. It feels less immersive for me than actual reading.
I think it depends on the narrator, actually. A good narrator can bring a story to life in a way that sometimes even reading it yourself can't. They add emotion, different voices for characters, and pacing. It's like a performance, and it's perfect for those who struggle with reading speed or concentration. It makes literature accessible to everyone. My listening comprehension has improved dramatically since I started with audiobooks.
That's a fair point about accessibility and narration. And for busy people, it's definitely a way to consume more content. But it still feels different from reading. With a physical book, or even an ebook, you are in control of the pace. You can pause, reread a sentence, or let your mind linger on a particular description. With an audiobook, you're at the mercy of the narrator's speed.
True, though most apps let you adjust the speed. But that brings us to another related debate, Jenny. Are movies better than books? Now, for me, as someone who perhaps appreciates efficiency and a strong visual narrative, movies often win. They deliver the story, characters, and atmosphere in 2 hours, not 10.
Ben, you know my stance on this. Mostly no. The book is almost always better. When you read a book, your imagination creates the world, the characters' faces, their voices. It's a deeply personal experience. A movie gives you someone else's interpretation, and it often cuts out so much detail, so many subplots and inner monologues that make the characters truly rich.
But consider the spectacle. Movies can create visual effects, grand landscapes, and action sequences that simply can't be replicated in your head. And the performances. An actor can bring a character to life in a way that makes them feel incredibly real. Sometimes a movie adaptation can even improve on the book by streamlining the plot or enhancing certain aspects. And don't forget the music. The score of a movie can add so much emotional depth.
I agree that movies excel at spectacle, and a great soundtrack can be transformative. And sometimes, very rarely, a movie is brilliant. But usually, the book gives you more depth, more character development, more internal conflict, more detailed world building. You miss out on all the nuances. And for our listeners who are enjoying this deep dive into reading formats and entertainment, please remember to subscribe to the MA English channel. Your subscription helps us bring you more engaging discussions like this.
That's why I think they serve different purposes. A book lets you immerse yourself over a long period, building your own vision. A movie is a concentrated, immersive experience. They're complementary, not necessarily rivals. Sometimes I'll watch the movie first, and if I love the world, then I'll read the book to get all the extra details.
That's an interesting approach, watching the movie first. I almost always do the opposite. If I love a book, I'll watch the movie with a mix of excitement and dread, hoping they haven't ruined my beloved story. But I can agree they offer different kinds of enjoyment. It's like comparing a long, slow walk through a beautiful forest to a thrilling roller coaster ride. Both are great, but for different moods.
Exactly. So is reading dead? Definitely not. It's just diversified. There's a format for every preference, every lifestyle, every pair of eyes, or lack of glasses in my case.
And for every desire for a cozy morning with coffee and a physical page. The important thing is that people are still engaging with stories and information. Whether it's listening to a thrilling audiobook during a commute, reading a gripping ebook on a tablet at night, or enjoying a classic novel on paper, the act of consuming narratives and knowledge is alive and well.
Absolutely. And each format offers unique advantages for language learners, too. Physical books help with spelling and grammar visuals. Ebooks allow for quick dictionary lookups. Audiobooks hone listening comprehension and pronunciation. There's no single best way. It's about finding what works for you to keep that connection with reading.
Exactly. It's all about personal preference and making reading accessible and enjoyable. So whether you're a diehard paper book fan like me, or a digital enthusiast like Ben, keep reading and keep learning English.
Well said, Jenny. This has been a truly enlightening discussion. I've certainly gained some new appreciation for your paperbook world, even if I won't be giving up my digital reader anytime soon.
And I won't mock your reading glasses excuse much. Thank you all for joining us today at the MA English Cafe.
We hope you enjoyed our debate and found it helpful for your English journey.